Hello and welcome back to the next episode. Now, we are on the 1st of January 2027 and basically saying we are on a really good and quick path for Humanity First campaign. So we got a lot of stuff, as I mentioned already at the end of last episode. If you didn't follow there, just check it out. And we are going to continue building up here, because right now our aggression is way too high. We didn't find another agent yet, so there are still 1 or 2 on Earth left. And afterwards, yes, Earth is basically clean already. And also I saw that we went from 5.45 billion tons to 5.44 billion tons. So our welfare projects here are working, even though only slightly, because the sustainability score is still at 0.73. Afterwards it goes up quite a lot faster, but still, we are making slow progress. We do, however, have marginal amounts of welfare bonuses here. And I do think that the shipyard here... No, wrong button. Life science labs here. Where are they? Here. +3 to our investments. Shouldn't they be applied? Oh no, 36% bonus. Sorry, I was somewhere... something I read wrong. Yeah, doesn't matter. Now I'm going to probably skip ahead a little bit more time this episode, because we are pushing through some technology. Probably go in when we have finished hardware language in about 2 months. On 1.5 more likely, but everything else is just progressing slowly here. And I'm going to put up 1 more station in Earth orbit as soon as we have Skunk Works finished. Correction, I tune in immediately. We do in fact have now a spy in the servants, so I'm going to use this to check out all the agents they have. So all the counselors they have here and all the orcs they own. Maybe I want to steal 1 or 2 of them, but what I want to do with highest priority is taking out everyone who is even decent. So just want to slow them down as much as possible here. And therefore that's more my plan for the next few turns. Probably, I think they will find out that they have a spy relatively fast. So I will do some damage as fast as I can. Well, as expected, servants dismissed Isabella. That's why, well, she's gone now, but fine. We got what we needed. We got 2 orcs out, killed two of them, so that's good. So that's really sets them back a bit. Like, we could try to do 1 sabotage here on transnational coordination. And yeah, this one is gone, which is fine. I didn't invest too much into it. Because I want to finish Hydra language here, which is going to be in a second. What? Wow, that's kind of... Can't let that happen here, right? However, that worked. We're not...
Choose a card, now blow on it.
Nuclear fusion methodologies. Okay. Hydra language is complete. While it will take some time to fully comprehend the Hydra language, we have now identified sufficient patterns and repeating elements to establish the core concept behind it. Essentially, the method of communication is twofold: an auditory aspect, much like our own, and perhaps more importantly, a parasite-based aspect, which chemically and wordlessly conveys the emotional context of the otherwise functional speech. We can now proceed with direct translation of the spoken element, should we wish it. It remains to be seen, however, how effective any attempt at communication will be without replication of the chemosensory element.
We're cracking their code, Colonel.
Okay, well, that was a headache. We had multiple teams working around the clock trying to do a dozen different methods. In the end, it was the Swiss team from EDA which came up with the solution. A jury-rigged automated analyzer modified to measure ferrite levels from a second to second. Combined with audio analysts, they are pretty confident they can understand what it's saying. Talking back is going to be harder, but we are building up a database of Hydra-click vocabulary. There should be enough for basic conversation. It's going to be pretty, but it won't be the first time I've had to do an interrogation where I don't speak the language. At least it's in a proper facility this time instead of a safe house with a table and a chair. Okay, we do need to interrogate it, so that's the next project we are going to do. Meanwhile, what can we pick up here? Not too many things that popped up, basically. Xenoflora would be nice to do. Could do the executive village, yeah, maybe. We're going to need the EC, but we do need the Alien ECM, so Energy Lab here. Yeah, until we get a project, let's push quantum computing, because a lot of stuff we want to do is behind there. And now we need to get Canada back, which is probably
ready for
not
my mission.
all too difficult here because of our, yeah, correct, just 16
Targeting
here.
their key people.
And Canenado is just going to purge immediately behind it. That won't be too complicated. And
standing by.
so you could try to steal again. On Lohan, where are you? Does she have anything interesting? Goldstone Labs. And we could take one more admin org. Oh, they have one with funding bonus, but that's not worth it. Funding bonus is not worth it just for Canada. We don't have the, but we can take the Lear brands just to slow them down even more. So let's just try.
Targeting the
And
assets.
yeah, that's basically what we're doing. Slowing servants down.
Where do you need me?
Ah, yeah, we could try. But we can still do this later. We are going to find servants anyway. Yeah. So let's skip ahead further because it's not that interesting to watch numbers go up and progress slowly in our build up here. Hey, directed-based research has been finished, which is the gateway to the upgrades for the research centers here, which are going to be very important. Yeah, so Academy was pushing heavily into this. They went with magnetic force. I'm not 100% sure what that does. Ah, superconducting magnets. Okay, so improved ray guns and so on. That's in fact very good because we already researched the standard ray gun. And meanwhile, we are pushing for industrialization in space, which allows us to get the shipyard, which is of course also the upgrade. We want construction module, not necessary for us right now, but improved maintenance procedures is going to be nice. And of course also something like advanced prospecting surveys and so on. But most importantly, we want to, of course, to have that slot here to pick the next technology. And afterwards, I want to probably wrap up this episode. It's more a build-up episode. There isn't that much going on. We could check, in fact, if anything is moving towards Earth. Yes. We do have one ship arriving in December. It's, again, Wandering Star. I think that's the same one we defeated already. And then we have a gunship, a strike gunship. Interesting. So this one, I don't know what it will do, but it will arrive in July. So in case we could build a third ship beforehand, if really need be. But all these ships should be defeatable in Earth orbit here. Yeah, easy. We are meanwhile hunting for the last remaining agent.
Surveilling target.
Of the aliens, but I don't know where it is. Really doesn't want to show. And I have no idea if there's another way how we could get it out. In fact, oh wait a second. Wasn't that the servant we just? Yes. servant we just found. And I want to... Wrong one. Canalino. Here. Yes, we could sabotage them. See? Yes, transnational coordination is a perfect target here right now. And that's what I want to sabotage here. Meanwhile, really nothing has changed here. Of course, the welfare campaigns do show a little bit of impact. So the carbon dioxide output is decreasing of China slowly. And the inequality, of course, is also going down here. Also, and that's good. Okay, solid core fission reactor 3. We already have 5. I'm not sure if we need 5 right now. Great fission, heavy fission pile. Do we need that for Mars? I'm not sure right now. Hydroponic bay. Happy living quarters. Rail cannon. No, I don't think we need the rail cannon. So in general, what I want to do later on is I want to do Greater Indonesia and also do Republic of the Southern Cross here. And then after Greater Australasia is afterwards here. And then I want to do United Malay Nation, which means that I want to combine Indonesia with Australia into Malay. And then afterwards the Pan-Asian Combine is going to merge all this. That's more or less the long-term plan. Of course, that's still a while away. Do we need the operation center? No, we don't. European colonization would be nice to have in case we can get rid of the European provinces in America. Research campuses would be nice, but we don't have the MC to afford them. Yeah, I'm not sure what I want to do here. Molten salt batteries might... Not batteries. Sodium heat things. No, I think they're too heavy. Radiators. We do need a better armor there. No, let's just... Now we're going to wait until the interrogation is done and then we go into technology and origin. So that's something we want to do. So now let's skip to the 13th of July. Not skip, but... Yeah, we are going to sabotage this one. Ta-da! Oh, we've stolen 50 signs. Wow. Wow. Interesting. But well, not going to complain. And now we also have solved our problems here. And that's the Life Science Research Center. That's of course one of the most important one because that's the welfare thing. I really want that. That's a really nice one. Come on. And yeah, there we go. Industrialization of space. Now, we need quantum encryption to get to covert operations. That's one thing. We want great nations to get our whole thing going, which is like United North America and Asian combined and so on. That's something we want to get. Resource utilization to get rid of dry hole events and make Lucky Strike more likely is something we want. We don't need this one. There's no rush to get better tech or ships. We don't need to do a mission for Venus here. Master is also not interesting. Advanced missile warfare could be something, but I think I'll go with the... Okay, I need to check something here. These... here, this chain of... Where does it... Yeah, it's a pulsar drive, exactly. What do I need for the pulsar drive? The nerve drive. Nerve drive is not yet unlocked, but when I get it, I can pulsar drive and then... Okay, perfect. So that's what I want as the intermediary drive. Get rid of rockets. So everything for that is also already solved. So basically it's either going into quantum encryption here now, or going into Great Nations. Great Nations, of course, has the benefit that we would... Wait a second. Oh, this one is also important. 5k here. Especially transnational investment and institutional bastions. Maybe we want to do in-situ resource development, Great Nations. Let's check our slots here again. This one is almost finished. We could in fact dive in here. That should be easy to take over. So let's start Great Nations here. Maybe we can get magnetic force manipulation and then pick another one there. Yeah, let's skip ahead a bit. Okay, let's wrap up this episode. We are going to finish up this one.
Mali's greatest emperor
Arrival
and perhaps
International
history's
Development,
wealthiest man.
which we are going to follow up with the in-situ resource utilization, which we want to have. And then Hydra Interrogation is going to finish up
Offering
afterwards.
assistance.
We don't care about that one right now.
Surveillance complete.
Yep, again please. Maybe we can flip him. There we go. Because the Hydra spoken language is so simple and complex, factors such as meaning and turn spring primarily from the olfactory emissions, it has taken incredible time and patience to divine useful meaning from our captives' multisensory declarations. Every failure is an opportunity to learn, of course. Each unfortunate dead end our questioning reached only granted greater insight into the alien strange language. After countless such stumbles, a discourse of sorts has been established.
Colonel, our interrogation has extracted a great deal of information from our
The
camp.
subject was initially uncooperative. Under persuasion, it revealed the following. Hydras came here to enslave the inhabitants of Earth and press them into service as battle slave soldiers. They've already enslaved at least 2 other species this way, which we named Salamanders and the Griffins. The Hydras arrived in our system less than a year before first contact via a discontinuity in space-time, more commonly known as a wormhole. Our end of the wormhole is situated at the main alien base in the Kuiper Belt. The other end is in another solar system controlled by the Hydra. The wormhole requires an enormous amount of energy to create and maintain and can only admit a relatively small quantity of mass over a designated period. This places sharp limits on the quantity of personnel and technology our invaders can bring. Due to point 3, the Hydra's invasion force is relatively small. The subject estimates there are no more than 500 Hydras currently present in the solar system. Slaves outnumber them many times over, and their entire space fleet was constructed here. The Hydras appear extremely unified in viewpoint and outlook. Subject, along with all other Hydras in our system, identifies as a member of the Defense Consensus. They are fully committed to the enslavement of all other species, and there are no dissident Hydra faction. There's of course always a possibility that the subject is lying, but all evidence should suggest that peaceful relations are impossible. Ultimately, there are only 2 likely outcomes: they enslave us or we kill them. We will continue the interrogation once the subject regains consciousness. Okay. Complete their weakness project when it becomes available. Okay. Panama setup for go turn. Yeah, that might be interesting. Okay, and now we dive into Origin. Unless something other comes up. Now I want to finish these two as fast as possible and restructure my space stations.
Public sentiment
But I'm
is
going
increasingly
to
with us.
make a cut at the end of this mission phase here. We are at 3.6k science. That's really good. That means we are getting 43k per year. Oh, decent. 43k is something we can work with. That could be, for example, the whole Greater America project and so on. And yep. Okay, so let's make a cut here. See you next time. Leave a like and subscribe.